Hey guys, Bobby from Nitro SDX here. Today we're going to show you the basic steps of tuning a Nitro engine. Now, tuning a Nitro engine may seem like a really daunting task, but if you follow these simple steps, you'll be well on your way to enjoying a nitro-powered RC car. First thing we're going to show you is the simple tools you need. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, a glow plug igniter. You'll need a cross wrench to get the glow plug out, and maybe some extra glow plugs. This is optional, but a very good thing to have is a temperature meter to check the temperature of your engine. Now, the first thing you want to do is turn on your electronics. Radio first, as always. Then you turn on your radio, or your car. Check the controls, make sure everything's working. The first thing you want to do is tune your throttle trim. Now, if you take a closer look at the throttle linkage assembly, you'll notice this is the servo horn. Then you have a spring linked to your carburetor. You want to make sure the throttle servo is perpendicular, not engaging the brakes and not opening the carb. So have it set like this. Take your air filter off, peek inside the carburetor and check the opening. It should be about a millimeter open. If it's too open, you start it up, the car is going to want to run away. It's going to be idling too high. If it's too closed, then the engine will not start. Now, there are two ways to tune the carburetor opening. You can tune it electronically by adjusting the throttle trim on your transmitter, or mechanically by turning the idle screw. I like to adjust it mechanically, then center it electronically. So we're going to turn the idle screw to a point where the carburetor does not close all the way, and when you full throttle, it opens fully. So check it again. When you brake, it shouldn't move. When you full throttle, it should be wide open throttle. Make sure that when you let go of the throttle stick, it returns back to 1 millimeter open. Once you have that set, you want to tune your high speed and low speed needles. You want to tune this when it's running, but before you start the engine or when you first get it, you want to do the factory settings. Factory settings for the high speed needle is 2.5 turns out. So turn it clockwise until it stops, back it out 2.5 full turns. So count 1, 2.5. Same goes for the low end needle. You want to turn it clockwise till it stops and back it out 2.5 full turns. I'm just going to do it right here. Clockwise till it stops, back it out 2.5 full turns. Next thing you want to do is check your glow plug. So take your glow plug out. There's your glow plug. Sometimes the little copper washer doesn't come out, stays in there. Make sure you have that copper washer installed on the glow plug when you put it back in. Have your glow plug, put it on the igniter. Make sure it's glowing nice and bright like that, and put it back in. If it's not glowing nice and bright, it's either your glow plug igniter not fully charged or your glow plug's bad. So that's why you get some spare glow plugs just in case that happens. Now when you're breaking your motor in, your engine's going to be running real rich, and during this time glow plugs do foul out. So it's good to have a couple of extra glow plugs with you. So make sure that copper washer's on the glow plug and screw it back on there. Tighten it up. Now roll your car back and forth. Make sure the brakes aren't engaged. Check your brakes. Brakes are working good. Full throttle, carb opens fully. Make sure your fuel lines are all connected right. The one on the top of the tank should go to your muffler. The one coming out the side of the tank should go to your carburetor. Once you have all that checked, you're ready to start the motor. Alright guys, so we're outside now. Earlier we showed you how to set up the carb, factory settings, how to set up the throttle linkage. Now we're outside, we're actually going to start it and make the fine adjustments. First thing we're going to do, again, turn on the radio first, turn on the car, check the controls. Controls look good. Glow plug we checked earlier, it's good. We're going to put fuel into the fuel tank, just fill it up. And when you cap it, you want to give it a little push, make sure it's a tight seal. Don't want any air getting in there. Then we're going to take off the air filter again. I always like to double check my carburetor settings. Take a peek in there, make sure it's 1 millimeter open, like earlier. That's good. So to prime the engine, I'm going to put my finger over the carburetor. I'm going to give it a couple of pulls. I'm going to get the main idea here is get the fuel running through the lines into the carb. Once you see the fuel hit the carburetor, you're good. Put the air filter back on and make sure that glow plug igniter is fully charged. We're going to throw it on here, give it a couple pulls and start the engine. Now that it's started, it's kind of creeping forward. So if it's creeping forward, you want to turn down your idle. So turn down the idle, and turn that screw counterclockwise. And notice that the idle dies down and it's not creeping forward anymore. Once you do that, put the air filter back on. Okay, so we're going to drive it off. Since the motor's pretty new, you do not want to full throttle. You just want to cruise it around slowly, let the engine break in. Just drive it around. Now's a good time to trim your steering. Make sure the steering trim's right. Don't worry about the smoke coming out of the exhaust, that's normal. That's because we are running on a rich setting. After about 3 or 4 tanks of gas, you can lean the mixture out. When you lean the mixture out, you screw the high speed and the low speed needle clockwise. If you imagine it as a clock, you want to turn by 1 or 2 hour increments clockwise. You don't want to go too lean. If you go too lean, you'll overheat the motor, possibly cause damage to the engine. Alright, now I'm going to cut it off. There are a couple ways to turn off your nitro engine. You can plug the exhaust or you can pinch the fuel line. I like to pinch the fuel line so it burns off all the fuel and so the fuel doesn't sit in the motor. So you saw it running, the engine was running rich. After about your 4th tank, you can grab your flathead and you can start leaning out the mixtures. Now when you lean it out, you don't want to go too lean. If you go too lean, you hit the point of diminishing returns. The engine starts overheating, gets real hot, and your performance decreases. When you lean the engine out, the engine will go faster. You'll notice when the engine's running too lean, there will be no smoke coming from the exhaust. Well, that's it. There you have it. That's basic nitro tuning. That'll get you started. Don't be afraid to buy a nitro car. Tuning's actually real easy. A couple of simple steps and it'll get you running. So there it is, guys. Enjoy the hobby.